The People's Governor Alex Oti has confidently refused, amnesty on the captured, and arrested militias in Abia State. He said, no, the Northern Caliphate cannot tell him what to do, and the likes of Gumi and Sultan should mind what they say, because they are saying that what they are giving, Alex Oti to immediately release the captured militias, and Alex Oti saying, no. Do you think Alex Oti has what it takes? Just like when we saw the Edo State governor going to the Northern Caliphate to apologize after the militias were pied in Edo State. What's your take as it?
I think for now, Alex Oti has been very decisive. He has told them they want to carry out that nefarious activities. They should not come closer to Abia State, and Abia State is highly a time bomb now because of the issue of Mazen Amdekano. Nobody want to talk about anything there apart from So anyhow, the presence of any Fulani who are trying to hide in the forest, should be careful now, because the squad, the biggest squad, the highest squad of ESN is not finding it funny anymore. They have drawn the sword. So what Alex Oti is saying at this point is that there was massive within the Hafia Aziz, the Equano Aziz, within the Okigwe Aziz, and of course Afibo side, there were report of captured or surrendered to firepower of the Eastern Security Network. According to that report, that Alex Oti was also being reported that when there's pressure, maybe from Sheikh Gumi, that these people should be released. Alex Oti denied. He said he doesn't have any business with that. He don't have anything to say in that. That anybody that is threatening the security of Abia's communities, Abia that is inside Abia forest, I should consider himself, a threat to the security of Abia State. And of course, we also hear that a tactical team of the ESN is already on ground. That Abia alone, they said that if there's anything that can happen in anywhere, the Abia alone, and they also went as far as to issue a security alert that no community anywhere in Igbo land, in Biafra land, be it south-south, be it southeast, will be allowed, to have any direct attack by these people who are living in the forest. And secondly, that nobody should off their phone, irrespective of where you are, and whether you are in the community, you are, that's what ESN message read, that nobody should off their phone, whether you are sleeping or you are not sleeping, that the only time these people come around is only in the night. So, they have already known their strategy. So a lot of people don't know their strategy, just like what we are hearing from the other side, that Sunday Igboho also went to them and issued them a threat, and possibly they released the one they captured, so they are the one. So the fact that Alex Oti said no to Gumi, no to Sultan of Sokoto, you cannot order me around the way you order other governors. I am not going to bow down just like the way Mondo Omelo of Edo State went to bow down to you. I'm not going to do that.
Do you not think Alex Oti is blabbing up, or just saying, talking out of just saying, because for what we know, a lot of people are accusing the other Southeast governor of being a slave to this caliphate. They said this caliphate are so powerful that Alex Oti too will finally succumb to what they are saying.
If Alex Oti, as it starts today, needed any loyalty, any form of support, he wanted to get from the caliphate, the Sokoto caliphate, he can do it now, because this is election time. He can surrender to the man and make sure that if there's any crisis in that regard of this Fulani military who are nomads living in the Abia forest and all that has been smashed by ESN, most of their camps now are on fire. In fact, mass exodus, that's what we heard that is going on now in Abia, say, mass exodus, and when they are pushing completely out, because, they are seeing 99. it's not everything here will bring on the table here, you know, in the public. So if Alex wanted to bow, this is the time for him to bow, because he's already contesting for second time and he will need support. So, but in the midst of all that, he rejected that offer of amnesty for captured, surrendered, you know, Fulani military who has infiltrated Abia State. So that's the point, and we must understand that at this point now, you know, Abia is totally secured. I don't know what about any other state, but what we are hearing is that very active, ESN is very active in Abia State, and it will be an embarrassment to Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, who saw the future, and at the end of the day, people are there where Abians are being massacred. It is not acceptable. So I think like I said, the best and the highest tactical team of ESN is residing in Abia, and we also they have you know, burnt down, discovered so many camps, and then most of those camps have been there 5, 6, 7 years ago, right inside deep forest. If you see what these guys are doing, you know, you will not understand it, and that is why you are not seeing any form of casualties now, you know, because they are at it. It's not a Nigerian government thing. And yes, they say everybody should go and defend themselves. You can see very clearly, and that is what it means. So, and the fact still remain that ESN has come to that understanding that, you know, if there's any other state that will not fall under Fulani agenda, Abia State is no go area. And from the support of Alex Oti, you know, who people have already said that his second coming as governor is a done deal. He has told them, you know, I'm not going to give any form of amnesty. He has told the northern leaders, the northern Fulani, that he doesn't know what they are talking about, and that even to an extent, you know, trying to write a public press statement to Gumi, to ESN, you know, to tamper justice with mercy and release the surrendered within their hundreds, and ESN take that kind of instruction from Sheikh Gumi, and they went ahead to do the needful.
Okay, but just recently we saw when, you know, some militants kidnapped in Abia North, and they were demanding for 10 million naira from the victim. But we saw, you know, Abia youth angrily, you know, rush into the bush and rescued this kidnapped victim. Do you think that the Southeast governors, do you not think they should be ashamed and be regretting of how Nnamdi Kanu's vision, you know, moving the ESN so that they can save the lives of the innocent Biafra? Do you not think they be ashamed of themselves?
You can see that's the reason why one of the prominent leaders of NEDECO rejected that useless award from Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He rejected it. He said, I cannot take that award when Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is still in prison. You know, that was Obiora, if I can remember his name. Just forgive me if I cannot remember his name. But he rejected the national award for Bola Ahmed Tinubu, you know, because he discovered that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was real. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu saw it coming, you know, and you can see, and that's what I'm telling you. The rescue people, the squad that went to rescue those people, you know, are those Abia youths. Talk less of, you know, because they study them, they are not as dead ambush, you know, and go in forcefully. And were able to capture all of them. They captured, no one escaped. They captured all of them, you know. But there are people who are heavily, those ones that are coming from, you know, North Africa, those ones that are coming from, that are being sponsored by the Iran and all that, you know, that have infiltrated Nigeria, you know, the Lakrowa, the ISWAP that are advancing, you know, Oga, ESN, in Nego House, Saudi. Them are saying, are calling their Oga that it is no go area, and that's why they are seeking for amnesty. Most of them has been captured and disarmed. So there's no how they are going to allow, you know, any sect, full an Islamic sect in Abia State, and they have also sent a signal to the world that Abia youths are not smiling. You can see the rescue mission and was very successful.
Okay, so you know, think it's our time the US government, the Israel, do you not think at time they back the Biafran youth, the Middle Belt and youth, back them, if possibly train them, arm them so that they can self-defend themselves and defend their land.
You can only do that, as a sovereign nation. But Nigerian government is an Islamic government, and any Islamic government want the advancement of Sharia. You know what Sharia means, and that's what it means. What they are advancing is the conquest and impose of Sharia on citizens, whether you are a Christian or not. Everybody must be under, just like what we have in Afghanistan. That's what they are advancing in Nigeria, and that's the fact. So the resistance you are seeing now does not come from the federal government. And if you talk about Middle Belt and Niger Delta, those ones are under the federal government, and that's why at this point that the cohabitation of Nigeria will have to break up, and that international support in that regard can only come to a nation that does not align with the values of Sharia. Nigeria align with the constitutional values of Sharia and operate a Sharia-driven system in disguise. So we cannot accept that. So all these powerful nations you are seeing know that the only way to stop the ongoing genocide against Christians in Nigeria is to recognize Biafra as a Christian nation, as a safe nation for Christians in Nigeria. There's no two ways about it, and that's the fact, and that's what Alex Otti is preparing for. He's the only person that is in no position, and for now, I think he's the only governor. People are referring to somebody who has added so much value. You need to prepare Abia State, the #1 state, the God's own state, for what is coming. Is beyond Nigeria. What is coming is beyond Nigeria. What is coming is beyond what Nigerian government think they can handle. It's going to go something. It's going to be something that they can never imagine. And when it comes, they don't have any option than to do the needful, surrender to a superior power.
But the likes of Gumi are not happy as regards Otti backing down, saying, I will not give this amnesty. Do you not think Alex Otti might lose this coming? Although we know that he has been trying his best, but with what is currently going on now in Abia State, we see what Alex Otti is doing, and Abia is a peaceful state. But do you not think this caliphate and the likes of Gumi might make sure Alex Otti don't return back to office?
I think that's what because they feel that they have the instrumentality of power. They control Aso Rock. They are the one running the government. And if you look at it now, almost all the resources of this country, are in the hands of the northern part of the country, and they are also, the people that control the government. So it is very clear that it's going to be a battle for Alex Otti, especially now they have seen him as somebody who is off completely from the agenda of Islamization, who seems that they cannot even present such thing to him, that he became governor just by by the struggle, by the people's wish. The people decided, so no, this one is no go area. And today, the woman that contributed to that reality is an Igbo woman. Today, she's been celebrated and immortalized. So, if the Abia's youth and Abia citizens are going to leverage on that and resist any form of interference to remove Alex Otti from becoming the next governor of Abia State, it will be totally resisted, just like the way they resisted him before he came in the first one, and he's saying he's sending a very serious signal to the Fulani North, to the Sokoko and the Gumi, that you dare not, and has taken his decision. Yes, even he tried to Gumi and the rest of them has been reported tried to extend get a contact, and I thought that mission did not go through because the ESN continue their massive onslaught on Abia State Forest, and that is what it is, and that is what is going on now.